Hey, fifth grade. It's Miss Moore here. I'm making this video for you guys to help you with your fractions that I know that you're working on with your math teacher, Miss Davis and Mr. Rosequist. So this is going to be a quick mini lesson for you guys to hopefully help you to understand how to do the problems that they've given you under the memory joggers work that they give you each day. Also, after you watch this video, I want you to scroll to the bottom of the paper that this link was attached to and complete the 5 practice problems that go with this work. And I'm going to grade it for you and then make sure to give it to your math teacher so that they can take a grade for it. Okay? Here we go. There are 3 different things that you need to know how to do with fractions. The first one is simplifying fractions. Can you say that? Simplifying fractions. That means taking a big fraction and making it smaller, but still equal. Even though the numbers may be smaller, they are still equal to each other. That's what we call simplifying, making it more simple. The second thing we need to know how to do with fractions is to change them from a mixed number, which is this. This is a mixed number because it has a whole number and a fraction, so it's mixed. It's got 2 kinds of numbers. Changing a mixed number to a fraction that is greater than 1. This is an example down here of a fraction that is greater than 1 because the top number is bigger than the bottom number. So that means that this fraction is more than 1 because 1 would be 10. 10 over 10 would be 1 whole, but this is way more than 10. So that's why this is more than 1. So we're changing a mixed number that looks like this to a fraction greater than 1 that looks like this. The third thing we need to do is do the opposite. We are now going to go from this kind of fraction, a fraction greater than 1, and we're going to change it to a mixed number like this. And you'll have to excuse that squeaking sound that you might hear in the back because my little puppy is playing with her toy. So hopefully it won't be too loud. All right, let's try the first part. Simplifying fractions, making them smaller yet equal. In order to do that, I have to think about what number I can divide into the top and the bottom and equal the same thing. Well, I know that I can divide 2 into the top and 2 into the bottom. So what is 12 divided by 2? 2 times 6 equals 12. So 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Now what is 24 divided by 2? 2 times 12 equals 24. So 24 divided by 2 equals 12. Let me use a different color marker so you can see better. Now I have 6 over 12, but I can keep going. 6 divided by 6 equals 1. 12 divided by 6 equals, what is 6 times 2? 6 times 2 is 12. So 12 divided by 6 equals 2. So this is the smallest that I can go, 1/2. So if I simplify 12 over 24 to the simplest fraction, it is 1/2. Notice I had to do it a couple times because I needed to make sure that I went as small as I could go. All right, this one. 28 over 100. That's pretty big. That looks kind of scary. Don't worry, we got it. I'm going to try again, just like how I did over here, dividing by 2. I'm going to try that. 28 divided by 2, 100 divided by 2. Oh, 28 divided by 2 is really hard. So let's see. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 14. What's 14 times 2? 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 2. Oh, that worked. Perfect. All right. 28 divided by 2 is 14. Now, 100 divided by 2. Well, that sounds hard, but actually it's not. Because what is half of 100? If I take 100 and I break it into 2 parts, half of 100 is 50. Good job. 50. So 14 over 50. Now, can I keep going? I can. Let's try 2 again. What is 14 divided by 2? Oh, that's in my way. 14 divided by 2. 2 times 7 is 14. Okay, so 14 divided by 2 is 7. What is 50 divided by 2? If I have 50 cents and I break it up into 2 quarters, because 50 cents is 2 quarters, then how much would 1 quarter be? 25 cents. So half of 50 is 25. All right, this is the lowest that I can go because I can't divide 2 anymore. 2 times nothing equals 7. So I can't do that, okay? So that's the lowest it can go. So 28 over 100, the simplest fraction is 7 over 25. All right. If you still don't understand, maybe rewind the video and go back and listen to it again. If not, let's move on to the second part. Changing a mixed number to a number greater than 1. Okay, now we are going to move on to the next, and it's talking about changing a mixed number to a fraction greater than 1. So, when I change a mixed number, I have to do 2 things. First thing I have to do is multiply the bottom times the whole number. So for this problem, I would do 7 times 5. What is 7 times 5? Remember, count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 7 times 5 equals 35. That's the first step. The next thing I have to do is add the top number. So now I'm going to take 35 plus 2. What is 35 plus 2? 35, 36, 37. So my new number is 37, and I always keep the same denominator. So 37 over 7 is my answer. This fraction is a fraction greater than 1 because the top number is bigger than the bottom number. Here's my answer. All right, let's try it again. Remember, I have to do 2 steps. The first step is that I have to multiply the bottom number by the whole number. So 9 times 4. What is 9 times 4? 36. 9 times 4 equals 36. Now, the second thing I have to do is add. So I have to add 36 plus 5. What is 36 plus 5? 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So my new fraction, 41, and then I carry over the same denominator, 41 over 9. There's my answer. This is a fraction greater than 1 because my number on the top is greater than my number on the bottom. Okay, that's pretty simple. If you do those two steps, first you multiply, then you add. Remember, go back and repeat this part of the video if you don't remember what to do. All right, let's move on to the last thing. Part C, changing a fraction greater than 1 to a mixed number. So now we're going to take a fraction and turn it into something that looks like this. It's a little bit harder this way, but if you think about it, it's just the opposite of what we just did. Up here, we multiplied. Down here, we have to divide. So I need to think 55 divided by 10. Well, 10 times what can get me close to 55? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I can't go to 60 because that would be too much. So 50. So 10 times 5 equals 50. So I know that 55 divided by 10 is 5, but I have a remainder. So what's my remainder? 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. I have a remainder of 5. So my remainder is 5. So now I need to take this up here. My whole number is 5. I know that 5 times 10 is 50. So if I did 55 minus 50, then I would have my remainder of 5, which goes on the top of my fraction. Your remainder goes on the top of the new fraction. What is my bottom number? It's going to be the same as this one. Remember, it always stays the same. So I have 10. Now, in 5/10, there's another step that I could do because I can simplify this fraction because I know that 5/10 is the same as 1/2 because what is half of 10? Half of 10 is 5. So 5/10 equals 1/2. So this also equals 5 and 1/2. Both of these answers are correct, but this one is the simplest form. All right, let's look at our last problem. We have 19 over 6. Remember, up here we multiplied. Down here we're going to divide. That's right, it's the opposite. Multiplication and division are opposites. All right, so 19 divided by 6. Okay? 6 times what can get me close to 19 without going over 19? 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. Oh, that's too much. So 6 times 3 is 18. So 3 is my whole number. Then if I do 19 minus 18, I would have 1 remainder with a remainder of 1. So if I come up here, 3 is my whole number. 3, remember I said 18, so 19 minus 18 equals 1. And what's my denominator? It stays the same. So 6. Now I can't go any lower than this because this is the lowest it can go. Whenever 1 is on the top, it cannot go any lower. That's the smallest it can go. So here it is, 3 1/6. Now, I know that this part can be a little bit more tricky, okay? But if you need to watch this part of the video again, please do. So when you finish with this video, you are going to go to the paper that you clicked on the link for this video and answer the 5 problems to go with these problems. It will tell you at the top of the problem either simplify, changing mixed to greater than 1, or changing greater than 1 to mixed. I'm also going to have a picture of this poster on your paper so that you can reference it, okay? And I can't wait to see your answers. Make sure you turn them in to me. Bye-bye.